Welcome to KiddNation Extra Friday edition.
Hey now.
That means when we done. And then we go home. And we get to rest.
Yeah.
And Fortnite. You're going to the golf tournament, though, Jenna. You still got a long day ahead of you of partying.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You're going straight from the show?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm going after lunchtime.
And Kelly's excited for next week because the Backstreet Boys are going to be joining us.
Yay.
Happy.
Do you like their new song? Did you buy it yet?
I do. I haven't bought it yet. I'm bad about that, but I do like it.
You support them.
I do, and
On
I
the
will get
radio.
it. I've
Nice
got
guys.
a lot going on. I forgot to do it yesterday.
Yeah. That's all good. Is Emma Kelly still in volleyball season? Or is that over?
Yeah, we had volleyball practice last night. So
You got a
know,
game
just
tomorrow,
Thursday
right?
nights are just Thursdays in general are just the busiest days.
Yeah.
Including Saturdays because you have all the practices on Thursdays and all the games are on Saturdays. So it's just kind of weird time right now.
I did not sign my kids up for any sports this summer.
You didn't?
Yeah,
well,
we're torn.
I think that was a
torn.
mistake.
Well,
Yeah.
you might. There's still time.
Well,
What are
you
they
have
gonna do?
vacation schedules and stuff, and it's
Yeah.
hard because the games, like a couple of the games landed right when we're going to be on our
Family
morning show, family
vacation.
vacation,
Right.
and the next week I'm going to be on our personal family vacation. And so she'd miss all these games. And
Exactly. Yeah, my son would have ended up missing about 4 games of the season if he played.
Yeah, I bet all the kids do, though. You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
so,
but then it's a waste of money and
Well, you can sign them up for the camps. Like I've signed her up for some
Yeah.
skills
yeah, those are
camps.
fine. Here's the thing, I don't want him to miss things because I don't want him to be that kid that when he gets older thinks back to when he was young and says, "Oh, my dad let me miss this, so it's okay." So when he signs up, I want him to be
you don't have to
in
tell
it.
him
We
he's
put
missing.
too much emphasis on that stuff.
Yeah.
He's starting to notice. But my wife did want to keep him home from school this morning, and I know that
Why?
it's making an impact. She said just because it's Friday and it's almost the end of the year, and she
She just didn't want to get him up and get him ready.
yeah, that's the thing. My wife spends about an hour
Yeah.
to drive him to school
It's
and
not
back
fun.
home.
Yeah, okay.
Because our elementary school is basically in another city. I don't know how that worked out for us, but it is, and it's 30 minutes each way. And so this morning when she woke him up, I was saying no. I think you should go to school. I don't think missing school for no reason.
Yeah, and my husband's the same way. It must be a man thing.
I think
'Cause
it's
I'll keep a kid out every once
Really?
in a while. Yeah.
I wanted him to have the perfect attendance because
What is?
I don't know. I just think it was cool.
Where does that ever stick with you in life, though?
Nowhere. I mean, I don't.
Attendance.
I got
I
perfect
remember
attendance.
my
and-
mother pulling me out for a special mommy and me day, and
Yeah.
we went to the big city of Charlotte, North Carolina, to go shopping and have a fun day. And I remember that.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, things like that is cool, but he was literally going to stay home and do nothing. And this morning when she woke him up, she says, "Hey, I'm going to keep you home from school," and he said, "No,
You want to go to
I want to
school?
go to school."
Yeah, it's more fun.
Good for
Yeah.
him.
Well, it was dress up day, and they had library day, so
It's way
Apparently.
better than staying. home
way
and
better than
watching
staying at home.
cartoons.
But hey, let's get to the question of the day.
Okay.
Because it might take us a while to answer this
Oh
one.
my! I was saying we're diving in early to that.
Celeste wrote us and said, "What was your first impression of everyone else on the show?" First impression, and those they mean a lot,
remember.
you know. You don't remember?
Well, the thing for me that was tough was the first time I came in here, you know, you guys had just done, it was in this moment. Like, you had just done a full show, and Kid brought me in here and kind of put me on that mic just to do an interview and talk. But you guys were writing commercials, and then we did a little mini break. And I remember everyone, to me, felt very put out, which makes sense now because you had been working all morning and you had stuff to do.
Gotcha.
And they're like, who the hell is this chick?
Right.
You
Sorry
know,
we were so
what's
put
she
out with
doing?
you, Jenna.
So I remember being like, okay, they're just, you know.
Yeah.
Oh man, I thought we had fun.
You weren't mean. You weren't mean. I'm not saying you were mean.
You just-
you
we seemed
seemed
tired.
distracted
It was
and
more
tired.
like, oh, okay.
We have
One of
something
those
else
things.
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My first interaction, I mean, with Jenna was different because she had come in later, but I came in to audition for the show.
Right.
And I remember being nervous, and
Yeah.
not just like nervous, but the nervous where you feel like you have to go to the bathroom nervous.
Yeah, man.
Like the bubble guts nervous.
Yeah.
And I remember Al was the first one I met, and you made me feel at ease because you were so nice to me. 'Cause
Thanks.
you
We
said,
rode around town for a little bit, didn't we?
not that day, because that was my audition.
Okay.
When I got hired, you did take me under your wing. But
Yeah.
when you shook my hand and you said, "What's up, dude? Good to meet you. I'm Big Al." And just your warmness welcomed me.
Well, thank you.
And then I think, Kelly, you were pregnant at the time, or you just gotten pregnant.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
But you were in your office room, and I remember I said, I waved at you, and you said, "Hi, I'm Kelly." And I said, hi. And that was about it. Because you were working. You were getting ready for the show because it was early in the morning. Yeah, I think you were doing your news because you were still doing the news back then.
Oh, my gosh. I was so glad when I stopped having to do that. That was a beating.
Yeah. You made me nervous, though, but I blame that on Kid because
he always did that to me.
He said he told me you were going to be the tougher one to please out of Big Al and Kelly.
Know.
Right.
So he prepped me for that.
Always. But see, that poisoned you.
It did poison me, so I was already...
And he preached against doing that with that book he read, The Four Agreements, and then the other book after that, The Mastery of Love. And that's one of the things is don't pre-poison people. Let them have their own experience.
Right.
I need that
True.
every time. I still have people come up to me and say, I know you don't like listeners, and I know you don't like people touching you. I'm like,
I love people touching
thanks,
me.
kid.
Yeah. Yeah, he just wanted me to say, don't get your feelings hurt if she doesn't hug you or something like that.
He did. See?
That's exactly what it was. He said, don't get your feelings hurt if she hugs you, if she doesn't hug you. But I was nervous with Kelly. And then with Jenna, I just thought it was cool because you were about the same age.
Yeah.
And you came in, and I thought you were fun. And I thought you were a little bit, I thought you were more like a rock station girl. Because you were saying things that I would say with my friends. I was like, oh, this girl's like a homegirl. So I pictured you as like a homegirl, which you turned into.
Yeah,
The homie.
and then it was great because then you were like, I live in this apartment, come check it out.
Yeah. And then you moved into that apartment, and then we became neighbors.
There you go.
What about you, Kelly?
Well, when I met Jen, I was very put out.
Yeah. How much things have changed.
Because I was like, oh.
I've been
I was
working
just
all
meeting my
day.
girlfriends for lunch, and now I have to do a fake radio break. With Big Al, I met first, obviously, and I just thought he was a lot of fun because he did commercials. He wasn't part of the show. He
Yeah.
was just the fun guy that did ridiculous commercials, and so it was fun. He'd always call in, and I remember one of the first personal interactions I had with him was when he got a big party bus because we were doing a Bad Girls Night Out instead of a Bad Girls Day Out.
My man.
And we went to see Alanis Morissette, and I proceeded to get smashed
She did?
with listeners. It was awful.
She did?
And he took care of me that night. And he was like, Big Al, I love you so much. So that was Big Al. With you, I just remember very vividly, you were in the back in the break room and you were talking about, I think you were trying to impress everybody, not
probably.
knowing that I don't think this kind of stuff is funny. But you were talking about some of the stunts you did, and one of them involved putting a candle in your butt crack.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I was like, he's not right for our show.
Well, that was not my choice.
But see, I thought, it's like, we don't do that. I mean, like, we don't do that on the show. You
Yeah.
know? And so I remember I was like, this isn't going to work out. And then Kid hired you.
That's right.
I was like, we're not doing butt crack stuff. But then the very first thing he had you do was run out on the street in a bikini.
Right.
And like just humiliating you.
Which is fine.
But that was my first impression.
See, when you're young in radio, you tend to you don't say no.
Right.
And you do the.
so you would
did
have said
this, Al.
no. You
I
would have
did
said
it.
no to the candle now.
Yeah, now that I know that probably wouldn't have hurt me to continue in my radio career, I would have probably told the host of the
your
show.
job was on the line.
Yeah,
you were going to do it.
You always feel like your job's on the line when they ask you to do something
Right.
because you think if you say no,
They'll find somebody else who will.
this other bozo is going to be more of a bozo than me and do it, and he'll get the job and he'll take over what I'm doing.
Which is why I was so glad that you were here.
Yeah, because then I started doing the
you
stupid
turned
things.
over the mantle. Yeah.
I was
I was like, I don't have to be stunt boy anymore.
No more Miss. What was that doggone thing? The
You
bunny
did-
suit,
the air horn man.
air horn man,
Yeah.
the
All the good stuff you used to do.
fairy godbrother,
Right.
all of that stuff. I said maybe I can just sit in the office, sit in the studio for a little while longer now. But I did just like the fact that even though you had a girlfriend, you were single. We could kind of go out a little bit, and we did. And
I winged man for you a few times.
Yeah, you did. So that was fun. Jenna, I was like, oh, she's kind of hot there.
Oh, you would have?
First impression, I don't really remember, but I just remember early on, just a younger version of. Well, she was a phone screener, right? You were a phone screener for a little while, and did you come right after Taylor?
No, I think you guys had about a year and a half in here.
Yeah, about a year, yeah.
It was about a year
Right,
without
right.
that.
Yeah, I just knew you were just a fun chick to hang out with, and you didn't have a lot of rules like Taylor did. Like Taylor had some words she wouldn't say.
Tootie.
Toot. Yeah, she didn't
Tootie.
like Tootie and Toot.
Yeah.
She'd
Like,
start crying.
She was
like,
sitting
why
right
are you
here.
Crying.
This is when she was right here. I'm like, I didn't say it.
So, of course, we'd start ribbing her. Say it. Just say it.
Just say
toot. Just say tootie.
Yeah.
And she'd start
And it just
crying. And, of
seems
course,
so-
then we're bullies.
Yeah, it seems so weird. No. I'm like, you won't.
But that was her quirk. Everybody
Yeah,
has their.
that was her
I guess.
quirk.
Yeah.
And like Kelly said about me, we interacted over the phone at first because I was calling in on my commercials. So we kind of got to know each other over the phone. And I would come by the studio every once in a while and do bits, and I drove them to different stuff. I was the limo driver.
Yeah, you
I
are.
was the show limo driver. They went
Yeah.
to big parties or wherever, and I would take the show, or if they had something for a listener, I would take the listener. And we just kind of started, we were always friends, if that makes sense. We were just instant friends, I think.
It clicks.
Yeah.
So something clicks.
Yeah. And then we had another guy here that the listener is not asking us about, but his name was Bert. And even though I like Bert, Kelly did not get along well with Bert.
You guys have the same birthday, like same exact
same
day.
same year.
Yeah.
We butted heads so bad. Yeah.
They did. And Bert and I shared a microphone, and Bert's about 4'11". He's not
5'5".
He's not 5'5".
5'6".
No, go down.
Shorter.
He's
5'4".
I don't
He's
know.
gotta
He's
be.
five. He might be
I
about
I give
five.
Bert
I don't know.
5'6".
I don't know. He was short.
Nice dude, but we shared a microphone. The reason I brought that up. So when he would say
How
something,
could you share a microphone with someone with how much you talk?
exactly,
It was like constant up
you
and
could
down,
hear
up
the
and
microphone
down.
going up and down. And so when he said something, he'd grab the microphone, and then I grab it.
Oh my god!
It was
Can you
annoying.
imagine?
What a nightmare.
And then finally, to my surprise, I walked in one Monday and I had my own microphone. That was a big moment.
I
for me.
bet.
Yeah.
When you earned your microphone.
I earned my microphone.
Earned your microphone. Well, there you go. That's our first impression of each other.
Yeah.
Not bad impressions, I guess. We didn't hate each other on the get-go. Except for Kelly kind of
helps.
didn't like my butt crack thing.
Well, I
did
just thought if that's the kind, I was like, why are we bringing on a
Yeah.
guy that does stuff like that?
No, you were bringing on a guy that was willing to do anything.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
We were.
Anything.
Yeah. What you gotta do, man.
That was the old JC. That's not the now JC.
Now JC says no sometimes
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
Jenna
every
told me I
once in
should.
a while.
And
Yeah.
Once in a while, I'll say no. But join us next week, Kid Nation. We got another Florida trip to give away. This time we're sending you to Orlando,
Hey.
which is going to be pretty awesome. Sign up at KiddNation.com. We got the Backstreet Boys on the show next week.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then all the other stuff we normally do. So we'll see you then. Have a great weekend.
everybody.
Happy royal wedding. Yay.